Hello and welcome to Pristine Figurine. So for today, we have another favorite character of mine from the Nintendo series Link from Legend of Zelda. Now this particular version of Link debuted in the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword for the Nintendo Wii, and also the brand is Good Smile Company, which is part of the Figma series. I'm pretty excited, to check this one out because I know Figma's figures are great for posing, and since this is going to be my first posable figure on the channel, I'm really excited to check it out, so let's get started. So here is how the box looks. I just want to show that on the front here, you can see the gold Nintendo seal. It's basically their way of showing that the product is authentic. I also want to point out that the three Japanese characters there are known as katakana right there. This is a Rinku. Basically, it's just how the Japanese pronounce the name Link. And also I want to point out right here, you see is Good Smile Company and Max Factory's logo. Max Factory is actually a subsidiary of Good Smile, and they actually handle the planning and production of the figure. Alright, I'm just going to show a little quick look for both sides. Here's him standing with the sword straight up, and here is him just standing calmly. He's going to be number 153 for the product number of Figma. I think the back here looks really cool. This is the part where Figma really shines because, there's so many ways to pose the figure, and it's really exciting because of his articulated body. Yeah, oh wow. Okay, now we're going to unbox the thing. The funny thing about this figure is that I've actually owned it for about 3 years now, and I've wanted to keep it sealed, but I've always wanted to try out a Figma figure. And plus, making this video gives me more reason to check it out, and also you get a chance to see how it works too. Now this is really cool because I think this is a first for me to see a logo also printed inside the box. So if you wanted, you could also display the empty box next to Link. And man, it's just the little things like this make me really excited and also really appreciate not only the figure but also the boxes now, because the boxes themselves are a work of art now at this point in time. I wanted to mention right here that they really do take care of the packaging, because there's extra tiny pieces of plastic here just to cover Link. Also, you're going to see some nice small pieces of plastic to block his neck from being damaged. It's nice how much they, consider in the packaging to make sure the product is safe during the shipping process. Alright, so here are the initial parts of Link that are loose right out of the box, and let's start with the Highland Shield. My first impressions of the shield is just wow, the colors look really clean and clear. There are some errors, but I'll point them out later. I also wanted to point out that the brown strap and the handle of the shield do pull off, so you can slip it easier into Link's hand when it comes to posing. Alright, now here is the legendary Master Sword. It's kind of cool how they actually put a blue tint on the blade, and also how the outside edges fade back into silver, so it's a nice touch to give it kind of a magical glow. I also want to point out that the bottom part of the handle, the little notch, that does pull off to slip into Link's hand easier. Next is the sheath, and I don't really have anything bad to say about this one, so it looks cool and you can actually put the Master Sword into it. This figure comes with two faces, one being calm and the one right here with him being more aggressive. The top part of the back of his face is where you slide the bar into to lock it in. This part right here basically just shows Link cutting through the air at his target, and I think it's really cool because they gave us something else other than just a figure. So this little item here really helps us kind of immerse ourselves into Link's lore, I would say, when it comes to posing. It adds a great emphasis. This part here is just another set of hair for Link too. It's sculpted in a way so that the hair is moving for action poses. I also want to let you know that at this point I'm just going to be showing his joints that can move on his body. And so we're just going to be chilling for a little bit here, some nice music. Here are the additional parts that come sealed. Since this is my first Figma figure, I think it's really cool that they include a bag, which is really nice. I assume it's gonna be where you put the rest of the pieces in. It's cool. I've never seen this before actually. Right here is a manual of how to attach the accessories. The pictures are helpful, and it's it's a good guide to show you how to put the accessories on. This part I think is really cool. They sure give you a lot of hands to work with. Plus, it really helps fans who like to post their figures often too. It's this really cool subreddit I like to look at. It's called Action Figures, and it's so fun to watch people bring their figures to life. I do want to mention here that you can see the paint job decline in quality a bit because the brown paint for his gloves does extend over to his skin, so there's gonna be a little bit of overlapping there. This is just the base, so there's really not much to see here, but it'll come in handy when it comes to posing. I actually did want to point out that I couldn't get Link to stand still, so you'll be seeing him rocking a lot as he rotates on this mirror. Alright, so now it's time we look into the specs of the figure. As I've mentioned before, the version of Link comes from Skyward Sword, and the brand is recognized as Good Smell Company. To avoid confusion, I'll repeat again that Max Factory is a subsidiary of Good Smell Company, which is why both the labels are on the box. This is a Figma series figure made out of PVC and ABS. PVC is a highly popular plastic material because it is easy to work with for sculptors. It can be repairable, but not only that, also it's durable as well, and sculptors can rework the edges in the process of the figure, and also acrylic paint is easier to apply on PVC. The ABS material is used for the base, and its material is more brittle, but it's used for the base because over time the stand is more likely to not bend versus the soft PVC. We're looking at about 6 inches and weighing at 9 ounces for the figure. When looking at the specs, I believe 9 ounces was meant for the whole package, and also at the release of this video, you can find the price of this figure between $40 to $60 online from third-party markets. Considering this figure is quite old now, it's not a bad deal since some figures will go up in price. Don't quote me on it, but I believe the MSRP was $60 when it first released, maybe $70. This figure must have been quite popular since there was so many re-releases of it, and I just want to mention that the Skyward Sword game came out in November 2011, so the figure came out about a year later. Alright, so overall, I'm still very happy with Link. I've always been a big fan of this franchise. My very first Legend of Zelda game was Ocarina of Time, and that's probably a game that is most likely everyone's as well. Either way, that game has left a lasting impression on anyone who has played it. I think the colors of the figure are vibrant and clean. Of course there are some paint errors that overlay other colors, but I can give it a pass for me since it isn't a figure that's over $100 or anything. The main focus for Figma is to have posable figures that look great, and I'm still very happy with this Link. I am impressed that his sword case is actually usable. I mean, I don't run often into figures that can actually set the sword inside the case, so that's pretty cool, and the shoe looks fine, and yeah, I'm just really excited to have my first open Figma figure. It's nice. In the end, I hope this information helps you, and if you enjoyed my video, please like and subscribe to my channel, and also feel free to leave a comment. I look forward to making more videos that I hope you'll find entertaining. Here is a little photo shoot of Link to end the review, and as always, be collecting and most importantly, be pristine.